And we're here with A's Baseball here, the top of the fifth. John Hasser, the batter for the Kenosha Kings. 2-1 the count on him. Stanczyk delivers. Ball 3. 3-1 now the count. And a foul back. Full count now. Seen a few of those tonight. Game is shaping up to be an interesting one. Low scoring game. Thus far, 1-0 in favor of Kenosha. Stanczyk delivers strike 3. Hasser went down looking. He was fooled. Thought he had his walk, but he is sent back to the bench. And this will bring up Kyle Fry, the right fielder for Kenosha. And he loops one that falls in between Tyson and Raff. That's what you call a seeing eye hit. The ball knew exactly what it needed to do to get through the infield. And Fry now stands on first. Paul Plera up now for the Kings. And he takes a ball. And takes a strike. And with that, last hit. Stealing now, and the throw. He's in there. Throw was more or less on time, a little low, and the tag was late. Throw from Pearson. Couldn't get Fry, and he's now in scoring position on second base. Pearson's already gunned down one King on the base paths tonight. That was Sabrario in the early going. And Stanczyk will issue a walk to Plera. Joe Farrow now up. Number 9 hitter for the Kings. Has 2 men on to work with. 1 out. Here. Runners go in a hit and run attempt. Farrow fouls it off. Just slapped it foul. So not to get the runners in trouble. Not a pitch to hit. Stanczyk throwing a good one in there. 0-1. Next pitch is outside. Ball 1. Stanczyk sets, checks the runners, and delivers. This one fouled off, out of play up the right field line. 1-2 now. Stanczyk with 2 strikeouts on the evening. 1 swinging, 1 looking. He's been doing fairly well on the mound. The men behind him tonight have been good. No errors yet for either ball club. This has been a very good game fundamentally for both teams. And now Fry attempts to steal third. Foul ball prevents that. or any play. 1-2 yet the count on Farrell. Swing and a miss, and he goes down. 2 outs now for the A's. Standrick clocks his third strikeout. Tyler Eckmeyer, the leadoff batter, now at the plate. He inherits 2 base runners, and he fouls one back. Standrick delivers. That one's outside. 1-1 now the count. Kings looking to extend their lead here. Standrick delivers a swing and another foul back. 1-2 now the count. Two outs here. Runners will be going on contact. And the pitch, and Stanczyk will bean Eckmeyer. That one went straight into his back. And that loads up the bases here. And this will be a little bit of trouble. With JT Schneider coming to the plate for Kenosha. Schneider struck out his first time up in the first inning. Let's see what he does here. Looks at a ball to begin with. Swing and a hit, grounded to Raff. He scoops it up and throws to Langley, and that will be it for the Kings. So Stanczyk gets out of a bit of a jam without a run allowed, and the score remains Kenosha 1, Sheboygan nothing. This is Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Charter Communications. And as A's Baseball is once again brought to you by Charter Communication. With the best TV, fastest internet, and reliable phone, Charter Triple Play gives you the best of Charter at the best price. And don't wait, call now, get the best TV and that great internet and phone with Charter Triple Play, which costs only $29.99 per month for 12 months. Call 1-855-75-SWITCH. And here we are for the A's portion of the fifth. Justin Hunt now up. For the A's. And he will watch a ball go past. And watch another. That one very low. Blocked by Johnson. 2-0 now. The premier hitters count, and he puts solid wood on the ball. That one's back. Pulera cannot get to it. Goes off his glove. It looked like, and I believe they'll score that one a double for Hunt. A deep shot into left center. Eckmeyer and Pulera converging on it. Could not make the play. And the leadoff double for Hunt to get the A's going here in the bottom of the fifth. This will bring up Chad Langley now. Of course, that's big for the A's here in this 1-0 ball game. A runner already in scoring position. And Langley squares to bunt, but then pulls back. A strike is called. Langley squares again, pulls back. This pitch low for a ball. Squares once again, and this time lays a bunt down up the third base line. Button fields it and goes to first. And he will get him on the sacrifice bunt, but of course he moves over Hunt. He's now standing on third, representing the tying run. And this will bring up Sam Raff. Sam Raff reached when he was hit by a pitch in the third inning. And now he swings and fouls one off on the first pitch given to him. Raff, a guy who likes to go after those first pitches. Sometimes it's the best one you see in the at-bat, so why not? And now he will look at strike two. Oh, 0-2 now. The delivery. Raff defends, fouling one back. Staying alive here. Looking to get on base and keep the momentum going for the A's here. But he swings and misses. Button made him look a little foolish there. Now the A's find themselves with 2 outs. And Trevor Tyson coming to the plate. Button delivers. Ball low. Button working from the windup. The man on third. And he throws for strike one. 1-1 the count now to Tyson. Button receives a sign and delivers. Ball 2. He's looking to push Hunt across here to tie the game up. And Tyson swings a bouncer back to Button, and he will be thrown out at first. And so the A's leave one runner stranded, squandering an opportunity to tie the game. And they remain down 1-0 at the end of 5 complete. This is Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Charter Communication. Yeah, Wildwood Baseball Park on June 27th, 2012, the 50th year of Sheboygan A's baseball play. We're set to bring you the top of the sixth. And as Kenosha comes up, I'm going to hand it over to Nathan Wolfel. Nate?
Thank you very much, Jared. Back with you here in Sheboygan, Kenosha with a slim 1-0 advantage over the Sheboygan A's. Ben Stanchik still out to work here in the sixth. His first offering in the inning is a fastball in there for a strike. JT Schneider in at the dish for Kenosha. Count 1-1 to him. Stanchik winds and deals. This one swung on and drilled to left center. That's going to get down and to the wall. Schneider's on his horse. He's going to be in with a standing double. And the Kings back in business just where they left off. This time here in the top of the sixth inning. So a runner in scoring position and nobody away for Billy Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 2 this evening. He squares the bunt, pulls back, but takes strike one on the outside corner. Action in the Sheboygan bullpen. We will pass along a number as soon as we can identify who we've got up and throwing. The 0-1 swing and a miss for strike two. Stanchik way ahead here. Quick check over on Schneider at second. Fires, swing and a miss. And Johnson's down on strikes. So, one down. A good way to answer that double from JT Schneider as Ben Stanchik comes back and gets Billy Johnson swinging. So one on and one away for Jason Dennis. Dennis 1 for 2. He singled to lead off the second inning. First pitch to him is a fastball in there for a strike. Stanchik sets. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-2. Sam Mattheis is the A up in the pen. The 0-2 delivery, that one misses outside. A ball and 2 strikes on Jason Dennis. Stanchik sets and is going to take a quick look back at Schneider at second. No throw made, but Schneider retreats anyway. The 1-2. That one misses a bit outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stanchik has not been throwing as many strikes as you typically see in one of his outings. His command has not been bad by any means, but not up to what we've come to expect from Stanchik here in Sheboygan. Here's the 2-2 breaking ball. That one misses. So Dennis has worked him full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the payoff pitch. That one swung on and lined foul down the first base line. Dennis a bit behind that one. Fans, a reminder that next home game tomorrow night against the Oshkosh Giants. First pitch 7:30 right here at Wildwood. That's a big one. Here comes the 3-2. That one fouled straight back. Dennis doing a nice job of hanging in there. Oshkosh has defeated Sheboygan twice in Oshkosh this season. They will make their first trip to Wildwood tomorrow. Game counts in both the Northeastern Wisconsin League and the Wisconsin State League. Another 3-2. This one again fouled down the first base line. One on, one away. 1-0 Kenosha here in the top of the 6th inning. The 3-2. That one swung on and lifted to right. Evans coming in. Langley converging, and that's going to fall in there for a single. Runner will advance, so there will be runners on the corners and one away. Brings up John Hosser. Hosser walked in his first plate appearance, struck out looking in his most recent appearance back in the 5th. 2 out there for him. The first offering to him misses in the dirt low. 1-0. Fake to third and a look back at first. Nothing going on at either bag. No throw made. 1-0 on Kenosha's first baseman. The 1-0 pitch squeezes on, and the run will score. Hosser came to the dish with a job to do. He put down a bunt. That was a straight squeeze. Runner completely in motion before the delivery. Worked out well, and Kenosha now extends its advantage to 2. Hosser was retired, so 2 away for Kyle Fry. Runner on second. As Fry looks at strike 1 right down the pipe. Bit of an open stance for the righty. Here comes the 0-1 to him. That one in on the hands and fouled toward the Sheboygan dugout. Nice play made by Nick Gutowski to knock it down. Over in the Sheboygan bench area. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses just inside. Pearson wanted that one. But to no avail. 1-2 now. Here's a delivery. That one, strike 3 called. So, Kenosha gets 1. Extends its advantage to 2-0 at the end of 5.5 here from Wildwood Baseball Park. You are listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Charter Communications. Bottom of the 6th here at Wildwood Baseball Park in Sheboygan. The Sheboygan A's looking for their first run of the ball game. Fans with the best TV, fastest internet, and reliable phone, Charter Triple Play gives you the best of Charter at the best price. Don't wait. Call right now. Get the best TV, internet, and phone with Charter Triple Play. Pay only $29.99 per month for the first 12 months. Call 1-855-75-SWITCH. Grant Evans, the first man into the box for Sheboygan. Evans singled back in the 3rd. Grounded into a double play in the 1st. Bunton winds and deals off speed pitch, misses outside. 1-0. Evans has found a bit of a niche out there in right field. At least as of late. Here comes the 1-0 fastball in at the knees, but misses a bit low. 2-0. Bunton winds, deals. Fastball misses, 3-0. We'll see if the young Evans has the green light here. If I had to conjure up a guess, I would say he does not. Here comes the 3-0. That one misses outside. Evans will take his base on the walk. So a tying run comes to the plate in the form of Tim Patzman. Patzman, 1 for 2 tonight, singled in his first plate appearance. Struck out swinging in the other. He's up there first pitch swinging and comes up empty, 0-1. Evans takes his lead. A modest one over at first. And a quick check over on him. Evans is in standing in plenty of time. Kenosha with a big 10-0 win over Racine last night. The 0-1. That one swung on and lifted to left center, but playable. Schneider corrals it. 2 down. 1 down, excuse me. One on, one away for Drew Pearson. Kenosha was dealt its first Langsdorff league loss earlier in the week. By Racine beat them 10-8. Returned the favor last night with a 10-0 victory. First offering to Pearson, misses outside, 1-0. The stretch and the pitch. That one misses low, 2-0. He deals. That one misses outside. Now you have to go back to that at-bat by Tim Patzman. The man in front of you walks on 4 straight. You change the complexion of the at-bat by swinging at the first pitch. And it turns out Bunton might not have actually found his command yet with the 3-0. That one's in there for a strike. I don't care what level you're playing at. You don't like to see your hitters bail out a guy who might be on the verge of losing it a little bit. The 3-1, he walked him. So 2 walks issued by Jason Bunton. And Ryan Schilter gets ready to dig in. And there's going to be a visit to the mound. Movement now in the Kenosha bullpen. Down the right field line here at Wildwood. Most of the infield getting in on this conference. It appears to be Ran Wint, the right-hander, up and throwing for the Kings. Conference over. Very well could have been a talk of strategy as much as it was buying a bit of time for Wint to get at least remotely warm. Not throwing very hard at the moment, but is definitely up and tossing. So Schilter in now. 2 on, 1 away. A's trail 2-0. First pitch to Schilter, swing and a miss on the inside, and again. First pitch hacking after the man in front of you walked. And Schilter, a very disciplined hitter, no doubt has a game plan stepping into the box, and he's one of those guys who doesn't really pay mind to what the men in front of him do. He's going to do what he needs to do to produce for his team. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Schilter quickly behind here, 0-2. Evans on second. Pearson on first. Bunton sets. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on 3 straight. Schilter goes down swinging. So it'll be up to Taylor Schwartz. The switch hitter batting right-handed against the lefty Bunton. Schwartz is in there and ready. Here comes the first pitch to him. That one swung on and lifted foul. Runners take their leads. Bunting deals. Fastball misses high. Count even at a ball and a strike. Outfield playing fairly straight up. There's a big gap out in left center. This one swung on and lifted to left. Hooking foul. Got some pretty good wood on it. We'll have to protect with 2 strikes now. A good chunk of real estate out there if Schwartz is able to find it. Bunting comes with the 1-2, swing and a miss. Got him swinging. So Jason Bunting wiggles off the hook. The A's strand 2 at the end of 6 complete here from Wildwood. Score remains Kenosha 2, Sheboygan nothing. You're listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Charter Communications. Derek Lumens on to pitch for the A's here in the top of the 7th. He gets the first man to pop up a bunt. He's quickly retired as Pearson snares it from the catcher's position. So quickly 1 down for Kenosha. So Joe Farrell steps in now for the Kings. First offering to him misses, 1-0. The windup and the pitch. This one swung on, lifted to center. Schilter closing in, will set up camp, makes the catch. 2 away. Top of the order now, and Tyler Eichmeyer. He went yard back in the 3rd. He gave the Kings the initial 1-0 advantage that they have built onto. He watches the first pitch for a ball outside. The 1-0 in there for a strike count, even at 1-1. Lumens winds and deals. Nice bunt laid down by Eichmeyer. Did he push it too hard to Raff? Tries to scoop it and shovel it and throws it over the head of Langley. Lumens will wisely retreat to first after making the turn towards second. That was a tough play. Infield single for Eichmeyer. So JT Schneider steps to the dish. Derek Lumens, right-hander, who plays his college ball at Lakeland College. The only A on the roster to hail. Runner in motion. He stumbles out of the gates. Is still going to get there. Oh, never mind. They rung him up. It looked like he slid in under the tag, and you know what? We'll take it, but Eichmeyer seems to agree that he was in there. Nice throw from Drew Pearson. That stumble ended up looming large for Eichmeyer. So, Lumens pitches a scoreless frame. Stretch time here at Wildwood at the end of 6.5 innings. Score remains Kenosha 2, Sheboygan nothing. You're listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Charter Communications. Justin Hunt to lead things off for the A's here in the home half of the 7th inning. Sheboygan trailing 2-0 to the Kenosha Kings. Nate Wolfel here with you alongside Jared Ertman, bringing you A's action. Jason Bunton fires his first pitch of the frame. Fastball misses outside, 1-0 on Justin Hunt. Hunt doubled last time up, the 1-0 to him. That one is swung on and lifted to left. Should be playable, and is. Secured by Eichmeyer. 1 down. So, Chad Langley looking to play the role of catalyst here. First offering to him is a fastball. Misses low and outside. 1-0 on Chad Langley. Langley played some third last night. Back over at first this evening, which is the role he has filled the majority of the year when he has seen playing time. He watches ball 2 go by. 2-0 to him now. Bunton winds and deals. Fastball misses low and outside. And again, perhaps a bit of fatigue setting in for Jason Bunton. I know he was pretty amped to pitch against his old squad. The 3-0 walked him on 4 straight. He was pretty excited to pitch here in Sheboygan tonight, but adrenaline only takes you so far. Very gifted pitcher. He's thrown a lot of pitches tonight. So a runner on and 1 away for Sam Raff. Raff was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd, struck out swinging in the 5th. Bunton sets the first offering. Fastball in there for a strike, caught the black on the inside corner. Langley takes a modest lead at first. Here comes the 0-1. That one swung on and driven to right. This could be trouble. Hauled in over there down the line. Nice catch made by Fry out there. He closed that ground quickly. Raff looking to go opposite field, as he did last night in a key situation, but This one found leather, unfortunately. Back to the top of the order, and Trevor Tyson. Tyson 1 for 3 tonight. First pitch to him. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Runner on, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 7th. A's trail 2-0. The 0-1. That one swung unchopped to the right side, and that's going to get through. So Trevor Tyson with his second base knock of the night, and the tying run is aboard. 2 on, 2 down for Grant Evans. Evans walked last time up, singled, back in the 3rd. He watches strike 1. Evans pumps the bat off his right shoulder and waits. Bunting deals. Breaking ball. Appears Evans got a piece, but fouled it back. He's behind 0-2. Tim Patzman waits on deck. Bunting in the driver's seat, way ahead here. Let's see what he chucks. This one swung on and lifted over to second. Play should be made by Schneider, who shovels it over to second. Runner safe. So, all hands safe. It was a tough play that had to be made, and instead of opting to go to first, tried to shovel it over to second, where he had his shortstop covering, but not in time. So bases full of A's for Tim Patzman. Officially, Evans going to reach on an error. Patzman's 1 for 3 tonight. The situation prompted a brief conference, but we're ready to get after it. So, Bunting sets. His first offering to Tim Patzman. It's a fastball that misses off the outside corner, 1-0. A veteran hitter who does not shy away from big situations. We'll see what Patzman can do here. The 1-0, check swing. And apparently Patzman did indeed hold up, so 2-0 on him now. Appeal to the umpire on the bases, and he concurs. So 2-0 on Patzman. The 2-0. Fastball in there for the strike. 2-1. Bunting sets. Here it is. That one catches Black on the outside corner. Count even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 down. Here comes the 2-2. Fastball just misses. A big league take by Tim Patzman. A shade off the outside corner. Worked him full. Bunton's going to step off the mound here and take his time to collect himself. Back on now. As Patzman awaits the payoff pitch. Bunton sets. Here it is. Missed it with the breaking ball inside and walked him. So, Tim Patzman draws a bases-loaded walk. Sheboygan gets its first run of the evening, pulling within 1, and the tying run now just 90 feet away for Drew Pearson. And this might spell the end of the line for Jason Bunton. And it will. So, Sheboygan cuts into the lead. Kenosha still leads 2-1 with 2 away and the bases loaded. Here in the bottom of the 7th, back to identify the new hurler right after this. You're listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Charter Communications. Right-hander Ryan Wint on to work for Kenosha. He has inherited a bit of a jam. Bases loaded, 2 away. His team up by 1. Here in the bottom of the 7th, Drew Pearson, the first to face him, takes ball 1 upstairs. Definitely a notable difference between the fresh arm and the tired one of Jason Bunton. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss. More gas down the middle. 1-1. The 1-1, that one in there for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes. Pearson walked last time up. The 1-2 to him. That one swung on, and that's lifted to center and caught. Solid contact made by Pearson, but an atom ball straight to Polera. That ends the inning, but Sheboygan draws within 1 after 7 complete here from Wildwood. Your new score, Kenosha 2, Sheboygan 1. You're listening to A's Baseball, brought to you by Charter Communications. Top of the 8th here at Wildwood Baseball Park. Buckle up, folks. We got a good one brewing here. Kenosha leads Sheboygan 2-1. Back to tell you all about it. Here's Jared Ertman.
Thanks, Nate. And here is JT Schneider up for Kenosha, going against Derek Lumens. Foul ball. Hit up the third base side. Lumens again, Lakeland Muskie, product of Waupun. Played his high school ball there. Of course, Waupun also having good teams. And a ball dealt inside. Tight to the batter, that one. 2-1 the count. Squares to bunt, pulls back. And a ball thrown. 3-1 now. The count. And a strike pitched. And the count is full. And Lumens will deliver ball 4. And Schneider will get his free bag. And this will bring up Billy Johnson, catcher for Kenosha. Lumens looks in, ready to go before Johnson steps in the box. Eager to race that base on balls. Pitch dealt inside. Ball 1. Lumens sets and delivers. Strike 1. One and one the count now to Johnson. Next pitch is in the dirt. Handled by Pearson. Johnson steps out and is now back in. Lumens sets, checks the runner and delivers. Shot. Chance for a double play, and that is it. They got the two-bagger. Raff gobbled it up, tossed it to Tyson, and a throw over to Langley. Took care of it. And now Kenosha finds himself with 2 outs. Lumens, of course, glad that his walk not costing the team here. And he'll deliver strike 1 to Jason Dennis. And deliver a ball there. Ball 2. 2-1 now the count. Lumens a straight side armor. And now a ground ball to Schwartz. Schwartz throws across to Langley, and that is it. The Kenosha Kings leave none on, and after a bit of a